to be, not to be, that is the question. This is a line from Shakespeare's Hamlet, and this depicts how an individual goes through an agony and yearning to resolve the conflict one goes within an outer world when they conflict. And I take this as a reference for communication. We all go through this conflict of resolving outer and inner. So, my dear Toastmaster, like Hamlet, I've also been through this conflict in communicating myself properly. Having been through this myself, at least I've realized that our life is a manifestations of communications between the conflicts that we go through within and outer. And when these facts of life strike, they generate a tune, and that's the tune that we all dance as per. So, my dear Toastmaster, as part of my explorations as what my communication style is, I had to refer to the manual by Toastmaster and look for. So I'm going to share with you that wonderful story that I came across. Let me start. There are 4 components that I identified how I communicate, and my portfolio of communication is. And the first, these 4 are body, mind, speech, and aura. So let me explain them. The body. The body is the gross part of your life. What you can see me, my body, my get-up, my expressions, my absence and my presence. All of these are continuously exuberating communication. There are certain components of my body movements that contribute to my communications which are deliberate, but there is some component which is beyond my comprehension, that they become involuntary, but still I'm exuberating, communicating, and you're making sense of it. So this is not a very esoteric topic though. You can feel it. The second component, subtle component, I call it mind. And mind houses a wonderful things that you have accumulated in life, learned. And you are also subject to continuous overflow of information. And when you communicate, all these what you have learned keep feeding you. But very interestingly, if you may like, there is a mechanism which is called intuition, which comes all the way, you do not know where from, and does influence your decision making and communication. So that's second. Now let me go to other subtler part of the communication, which I call it speech, the expressions. We are all made of different types. I can see the constellations, people coming from Morocco, from Dhaka, from Nigeria, from Arabia. We all are different part of universe, and we are made up of different DNAs. I am auditory person. I would like to speak. There are certain people who would like to sing, probably somebody to paint, some are digital. So we have got our own pattern of communication. So that also does come in a way. And the fourth component, I call it aura. It's the subtlest dimensions of communication, but I can only feel it. But let me try. This is a very esoteric topic, aura, but let me try explaining that. I feel myself coming connected to the stars, the flowers, the birds, the butterflies. I feel that I'm part of the cosmos. And through me, the cosmos is trying to communicate, which probably I do not have any control. So I explain you four things. But my dear Toastmaster manual did not offer me these four options. Rather, there were four other options. Direct, when you are very precise, direct is one. Second was initiating, when you are open, initiating, forthcoming speaker. Third was analytical, when you take all facts together and analyze. And fourth one, supportive communication. These were the four options given. And when I sat down using the checklist and all that was given, it was very difficult for me to choose, but I had a tilt to the supportive communications. But all along, when I was trying to figure out all these other four components, body, mind, speech, and aura that I talked about, they came on my way and made me. And I did find that I was not very free to make selections, but there was a force working on me. I felt like a puppet with a lot of strings attached and a puppeteer trying to maneuver my movements. I felt that I was dancing with a different tune that I was constantly listening to. So, my dear Toastmaster, having told you what I've been through, as I conclude, let me remind me, you all, wherever you are coming from, you also represent a different part of the world. You have your own pattern of communications. And as Friedrich Nietzsche has said, and those who were seen dancing were thought to be insane by those who could not hear the music. So if you're dancing and people say, hey, why are you dancing? Probably they do not know the music that you are hearing, the tune that you are dancing on. But keep dancing. That's part of life. Over to you, Toastmaster.